A bit of excitement for fans of New York Jets this week. Their QB1 is back. Zach Wilson will make his season debut under center in the Steel City when Gang Green battles the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 4. New York Post Jets beat writer will be in the Berg. His name is Brian Costello, and he joins me now. Brian, Zach Wilson will get his first start of the season against the Steelers, who they've got a pretty good defense even without their star T.J. Watt. So was this a good spot to bring Wilson back in the fold?
There really was no good spot, Dexter. Unlike last year when you could kind of see it setting up where they were eyeing Houston to have him come back and they didn't want him to face the Dolphins defense. This year, there's no real soft spots on the Jets schedule. If they didn't bring him back this week, the Dolphins are next week. They have a good defense. Packers have a good defense after that. Broncos after that. So you can't keep delaying this. They had to rip the Band-Aid off, just get him back out there. And, like you said, Pittsburgh has a good defense even without T.J. Watt, but his mobility should be able to help him against that defense.
We will see. Band-Aid ripping off this week against the Steelers. Now, a lot of fans, they're excited about the potential of a Wilson-to-Wilson connection. That means Zach Wilson to Garrett Wilson. So it looks like Garrett could be a good weapon for the Jets QB. How do you see the rookie wideout faring this week? Do you like Garrett Wilson to haul in over or under 45 yards against the Steelers?
Ooh, that's a good number. That's a tough number. I'll go over on that number because I think the Jets have a way of piling up some yards at the end of games somehow, even when they're not faring well. I don't think the offense is going to play very well in this game. I think Zach's going to be rusty. Like you said, the Steelers' defense is pretty good. Steelers are going to be looking to get right in this game. They haven't played great this season. So it's raining all day today in Pittsburgh on Saturday as we talk. There's a game tonight between Pitt and Georgia Tech at the stadium. The field's going to be chewed up. I think it's going to be an ugly performance for the Jets offense on Sunday. So I don't have high hopes for them, but I do think Garrett Wilson could have over 45 yards.
Hopefully it is not ugly tonight for my Pitt Panthers at the stadium. Hopefully they do get there. Now, back to the Jets. They got a big win on the road, Brian, in Week 2 in Cleveland. What are the keys to them getting another win against another AFC North opponent this week?
I think going against what I just said, if Zach Wilson can come out and light it up, and if he looks great and he plays well, then they're set. And then defensively, they just got to stop with the boneheaded mistakes, Dexter. They haven't played terribly defensively, but it looks bad because they make mistakes at inopportune times. So if they can avoid the penalties, if they can avoid the coverage mistakes where they're leaving guys wide open, if they could do that, the Pittsburgh offense is not great. Mitch Trubisky has done nothing to inspire confidence. And they could have a big day if they do that. I just don't know. And the bigger thing to me is I just don't know if Zach Wilson can come back and play like, he's hitting his stride right now. I think he's going to need a few weeks to get back into rhythm.
All eyes will be on Zach Wilson and the Jets in the Berg on Sunday at 1 o'clock when they battle the Steelers. Brian, safe travels out to Pittsburgh. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Dex.